Hello and welcome to the Girls High School State Championships. Right now we have Franklin playing Roosevelt in the first semifinal game. My name is Mira SL and I'm here with my dad.
Hey, I'm Jude.
And we're about to get started. We have our starting 7 on the line.
What do you know about this matchup?
So Roosevelt is the #1 rank and Franklin's #2, although Franklin did win the states last year. And both of these teams are extremely strong.
Yeah, they really are. This is a testament to the strength of Youth Ultimate in Seattle.
We have our next semifinal coming up after this, and that's Nathan Hale versus Ingram. And so we have all public schools for our semifinals.
Yeah, and all 4 of those teams are ranked in the top 20 in the nation. Looks like we are going to start with Franklin on defense, Nika on the pole, number 10, and it's up. Kind of a short pull. We'll see what kind of defensive scheme that Franklin comes down in. What's it look like? What's it look like to you, Mira?
Oh, I think they're on person, but now they're.
I got a little bit of a junk set
Yeah.
up front. The big break from Stephanie Phillips over to Bailey Shigley. Bailey Shigley and Stephanie are both going to represent the United States on the World's U24 team this summer.
They're actually both seniors too, so unfortunately we're going to see them go soon.
Yeah. Looks like a kind of a little bit of a junky trap force over there. Big around break from Stephanie up to Abby Hecko, who's also on the World's team this summer. Number 23.
Oh.
Uh-oh. A little bit of a drop. That's kind of what they're looking for. They want to make them throw a lot of throws and hopefully make a little mistake.
We have Amy Nguyen picking it up, instantly sending it to Drea.
Drea, who finds Nika.
Is she on the World's team?
No, she did try out for the World's team, but Amy, the athlete that put that big throw up, the big backhand, she is actually on the World's team this summer as well.
Yeah.
So Franklin comes out with a break early on, capitalizing on just a little mistake from Roosevelt. We know that Roosevelt has they have a lot of resiliency. They played a bunch of games this season early in the regular season that went to Universe Point or Double Game Point, and they won those. And I think they were down for a moment, maybe at Neuqua Valley, which is a tournament that they traveled to and won.
That's cool.
What's going on here?
My sweatshirt.
All right,
Okay.
you're back.
Franklin has a really small roster right now, and they're missing actually a lot of people, but I think they'll be okay.
Yeah, they're not missing any of their World's players, but I think the one thing about Franklin is that they really get everybody involved. So we'll see if that ends up hurting them.
Got Nika on the pole again.
It's a little gusty down there. It's really hard to tell what the wind is doing, so I think that maybe they might come back to that zone. Kind of junk set. We'll see.
Yeah, we see that junk there. We got Abby Hecko with the disc.
Oh, they shot it through up to, I've forgotten her number.
Victoria Gray.
Yeah, Victoria Gray is a sophomore, I believe. She's a speedy athlete. Just look to her using her legs to grind out some of the longer points. She seems kind of tireless.
Franklin's doing a really nice job keeping them kind of in the same part of the field, and Roosevelt is doing really great, staying patient and just taking as many passes as they need to work it up the field.
Yeah, they have some very stable handlers out there that just really pragmatic in their choices. They never seem to get too worried about the stall count, and they'll just take the easy throw when it's available.
We're seeing the same, about 3 people get it, but now they've broken the zone to Aria and back to Bailey, who is on the World's team.
Yep.
And she's gonna go to Colorado and hopefully play for Collie next year. And Collie was in the finals of college championships this past weekend. Unfortunately, they got second, but
They had a great
oh,
weekend.
nice D by Nika.
Yeah, Nika kind of sniped there in front of Anna Gaddu. She dumps it back to Hazel Ostrowski, who is also on the World's team.
Now we got Glage with the disc.
Cliche looking, finding that downline cut right to
Kennedy Hairston.
Kennedy. Kennedy's a senior this year. She's going off to
Carleton College.
Syzygy is going to appreciate her her play, I'm sure. Little turnover there, a little overthrow. Franklin quickly back into that zone set. They seem very patient, though.
Oh, nice. Oh, there's
Nika
a good
with
look
another
through,
D.
but Nika Abeo, or how do you pronounce her name?
I think we could just call her Nika. Everybody knows her.
Oh,
PX
who's
picks
on
it
the
up.
World's team too.
Right.
Oh, sending it deep to Drea. She tracks it down, making the score 2-0 Franklin.
That's another break for Franklin. It'll be interesting to see what the body language of the Roosevelt team is at this point. Roosevelt's called a timeout to try to collect their thoughts a little bit. It's nice to see that there's nobody looking at their toes. They seem to have their heads up. So.
For coaches-wise, we have Charlie Eide, Khalif El-Salam, and Lexi Garrity for Roosevelt. That's a really strong coaching core. Charlie Eide's on Riot. Khalif is on Mixtape along with Lexi, and they're all really great. And for Franklin, we have Hannah Kawhi, Sam Harkness. I don't know what that is.
That's Lisa Neiman.
Lisa Neiman.
Yeah. So they've all been coaching in the South End for quite a while.
Hannah plays with, or she did, I think she's just taking a year off from Riot. And Sam, does he still play with Sockeye?
Yeah.
Is he playing on the Cascades?
No, he's not playing this year. And Lisa, I think, is spending most of her time just coaching and doing other rad things professionally in the world. Though she used to play at a very high level. What do you think Chaidi is saying to the Roosevelt team right now?
I think what I'd be talking about is how that we all know how to play, and so let's just play, because if you're talking about oh, we're behind, we need to do this and this, I think it can start to feel kind of heavy, and you already know how to play, and they are already the #1 ranked team in the nation. So if I was Tridy, that would be something I was saying and giving them a little pump up, you know how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
we've done it before. So
Yeah, I think that's would be a good tact. They want to hear, they want to be reminded why they deserve to be here. They've earned their spot in the state semifinals in what is probably the toughest region in the country to get here. Though this has been a very long season. The season is probably about 2 weeks longer than we usually have done so in the past. But I just got a question about whether Amy was hurt. No, she was just, she spent some time on the trainer table. It looks like maybe she's got a little calf pull, but she's been playing, so. The stands are starting to fill up here.
oh, yeah.
I see an Otis Williams. Look for it to get loud. Mira, how did your season go? You just wrapped up.
We did okay. I don't know. We got the Spirit Award for the 3rd year in a row. I go to Leshai Elementary, and we're the Super Donuts. We've had our team for 3 years now, and I'm really sad to leave, but I'm excited to go to middle school. Yeah, our team is really great. It's our 3rd time winning the Spirit Award, and this year we got the Equity Award, which is a new award for the elementary school league, which is an award about equity and inclusion, and the teams rank each other on how they see all the players being included and having playtime and being thrown to and things like that. So, a little misthrow there, but I bet they'll be, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that they're kind of in their own head a little bit. Those are simple throws that I'm sure they've made thousands of times.
Whoa. That's all right. Nice bid by Drea there.
Franklin throwers seem to be looking at Drea very early in the count. It's working so far. Wow, great focus.
I thought Kennedy had that, but looked like Bailey brought it down. Bailey Shigley.
Yeah, Bailey with great focus there.
They're working it really well. Keep moving in there. Oh, yeah. There we go. So that's Abby Hecka to, is that Bailey? That's
Bailey Shigley, yeah.
Those are 2 star players that you're going to hear their names a lot. We've also got Anna Gadoo.
Stephanie Phillips.
Oh, yeah, Stephanie.
Victoria Gray is another name you'll hear. Number 10, Aria Kishner. She's I think she's just a sophomore this year, but she's been on the Dis Northwest YCC teams for a couple years. She's a rising star for Roosevelt.
Says here she also plays the flute, so that's cool.
Sweet.
She's a Ravenclaw.
Oh. Another player that you will probably see have an effect on the game for Roosevelt is Alex Demony. She's also been on our U17 girls YCC team for a couple years. So she's likely to have an impact. Any fun facts about her?
No, she's not there.
No. Well,
she's a sophomore.
She is a sophomore.
Sophomore.
Looks like Bailey. The line is relatively unchanged on D.
You're going to see a lot of the same people.
Well, actually, maybe not. I might be wrong about that.
You're always going to see Bailey.
Yeah.
And it's hard for the line to change for Franklin because they have so few players right now, but I'm sure they'll play just as well.
Yeah, it looks like Drea's getting a rest as well as Nika.
Look like we're going to have PX Wrong pick it up. She's also on the World's team.
Little side stack with Dion Tugati back.
Oh,
there's
nice
Amy.
fake.
Amy Nguyen.
Got it to Amy and sending it to Gel. Giselle Cadiente for our score. That's a hold for Franklin. The score is now should be 2-1.
No, it should be 3-1.
3-1. Oops. Oh, whoops. Our scoreboard at the field is showing the wrong score.
That's okay. We know in our hearts. It is 3-1. So that has to be a little disheartening for Roosevelt. That was sort of a textbook side stack play for Franklin, putting one of their world's players out there in isolation into the cutting lane. She turns and immediately puts up a beautiful throw to a well-timed cut from Giselle. I'm sure that Roosevelt would have liked to have put a little more pressure on them, but we'll see what kind of adjustments that Roosevelt makes defensively.
All right, who's running the scoreboard?
Okay, so who's pulling? Little bit of time taken between points here. We would ask that maybe they speed it up a little bit. Who's in charge here?
Do what you gotta do. You are.
Oh, that's right. If I didn't if I didn't introduce myself, my name's Jude Loren, and I am the Disc Northwest Youth Director. Normally I'm not on the mic, but we kind of couldn't get anybody else to do it. So I got roped into it. Bailey picking it up, dishing to Stephanie Phillips. Over to number 5.
That's Victoria. Oh,
No,
that's
Amelia
Amelia
Mass.
Mass.
Around to Ada.
Oh yeah, you're gonna see her a lot. She's a really good handler, and she is a
She's
senior.
a senior. She's
Oh.
going off to Carleton as well.
Oh, so they're gonna get Kennedy and Ada. That's a big pickup.
And another outstanding local player going to Syzygy is in the stands here, Carly Campagna.
Oh yeah.
So look for Syzygy next year at Natty's. Ada centers it to Bailey Shigley. She does a good job of following her throw. She gets it back on the sideline. And a slicing throw to Anna Gadou. Toes it in. That's a tough space to throw a disc into, but she did it very confidently. What'd you think of that?
That was a really nice throw, like that kind of bladey upline. I like that.
Yeah, a lot of coaches, I think, are not a huge fan of that, but with a receiver like Anna and a thrower like Bailey, I would absolutely encourage that kind of play.
Me too.
So how do you think Roosevelt's feeling after that offensive point?
I think they're feeling good. Okay.
Sorry, we have to put some slime away. It's distracting our announcer.
It's not distracting. No, gimme.
How do you think they're feeling after that?
They're feeling good. I think they've been feeling good the whole time. Their players are players who know that they can come back and do things like that.
Franklin has a pretty strong line on.
We have Amy Nguyen, Hazel Ostrowski. Is that Sam?
Yeah, Samantha Patrick.
Samantha Patrick. Who is that? I can't see.
Is that PX?
No. Unless she put her hair in braids. Oh, she did. That's PX. Oh, her hair's not in the braid.
No. And then Dion. Is Dion out there?
No. Yes.
And Giselle.
Andrea.
Wow. On defense, we have Aria, Bailey,
Abby.
Anna, Abby.
Abby. You got
Oh no Bailey.
Dion picking it up. PX, I know she's looking to send it, but nice throw. Oh, just a little bit too far for Amy.
Yeah, it was sort of in between Amy and Hazel. So this is the Roosevelt's first chance for a break. Ada finds Aria in the middle, dumps it back to Anna. Anna finds the space upfield. You'll notice in the backfield, far side of the field, Victoria Gray, she tends to create a lot of havoc with her speed.
Oh, that was a nice break through the cut or zone, whatever you want to call it there. Back to Anna Gadoo. Oh, nice defense there.
It's amazing how quickly and ably Franklin just transitions into their little kind of a junk set.
Kind of an over the top there for the score. That was
Carolyn Jatul, number 33, with the goal.
I could not see the number of the assist person, but that's all right.
So that's a break. Evens up the score, 3-3, but Franklin is still up one break. So we'll see. I'm sure that's going to help Roosevelt build some confidence. Both of these teams have a fair number of seniors. Franklin has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seniors, and
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 seniors.
So both of them are going to have some retooling to do next year, but you know, there's some depth there. Roosevelt, I'm sure, is going to, as they always do, get some freshmen from the local middle school teams, and that Franklin too. Franklin always gets some amazing freshman talent out of Mercer Middle School and Aki. So, and every now and then Washington. Most of the Washington middle school players end up at Garfield, but a few of them end up at Franklin. So PX to pick up the pull. She's looking to get it to Amy Nguyen.
Oh, nice grab there by Nika Ebale.
Ibale?
I think it says to pronounce it Ebale.
Big put to
Ibale.
Kennedy.
Yes. That's Kennedy Hairston in the end zone.
Carlton, you have that to look forward to. She'll do that all day. So once again, a pretty confident offensive look from Franklin. They don't seem at all harried or nervous about the situation. Some of that, I'm sure, has to do with knowing that they've been here before. As you mentioned earlier in the broadcast, they are the defending state championships, or state champions. That being said, Roosevelt has had a remarkable season, going off to Niqua, winning that, and winning a lot of very tight, close, competitive games all season long. So I don't think that they're too worried about being down a point or two. Anything you think we should look for on this point, Mira?
No.
Okay. So it looks like Franklin or Roosevelt is 3-0 against Franklin this year. That being said, it's hard to beat the same team.
4 times.
Yeah, 4 times. I'm sure Franklin's learned a few things about Roosevelt over that time. Abby to pick it up. So Stephanie. They're in that zone junk set again. You can see Nika there right in that space.
Sending it over
ooh.
the top to Aria Kishner. Oh, nice hand poppy D by Nika Abali.
That's her 3rd D this game. 4th? Wow.
I think.
Yeah, Nika's having a game. She's a young player. She's just a sophomore.
So you're gonna be happy to see her again soon.
Yeah, she'll be around. I think she'll be a presence on this team for a couple more years. Clearly, she's won the national championships with our U17 squad a couple years in a row.
High stall. Stall count getting really high there with Giselle Cadiente, sending it over many people, but there seems to be a call on the mark and a discussion down there where the catch was too, maybe a foul.
So it
But
looks like
there's
maybe a
still-
strip was called and where the disc ended up, and maybe a stall called back where the disc was thrown.
I saw Giselle there getting really nervous because she had had that disc for a long time and none of the cuts were just right.
I think she looked off a early cut. Looks like an uncontested stall.
Disc going to Roosevelt pretty close to their end zone. So Franklin's going to play some
Whoa.
really nice zone.
Oh, great focus.
Whew.
Amelia Mass making that catch interesting. Dishing it back to Stephanie, around to Abby.
Got Bailey Shigley with the disc and up back to Abby. Vicious fakes. Oh. Franklin's doing a really good job like they. Oh.
That's a nice find. Wow.
That's
Oh.
little miscommunication there. She thought Bailey was going to stop, but she kept on moving, so. Now. Oh. What?
Timeout called.
Timeout.
Franklin would definitely love to capitalize on this break opportunity. So I think that they want to go into it with a plan. So what do you see? Definitely we've seen some great defense, primarily from Nika. But what do you think, what kind of adjustments can Roosevelt make? I think I've seen some little mistakes more than anything, just executional errors from Roosevelt that are uncommon, honestly, for them.
Yeah. I think they're just having trouble communicating to each other and are getting a little. I think they're just nervous because, this is the semifinals and they're up against the number 2 ranked in the nation. So I think they're just kind of high nerves.
It's a remarkable turn of phrase.
So I think if they just calm down, they'll be playing a little smoother.
Yeah, these are sort of uncharacteristic mistakes being made by by Roosevelt players. Like I know Anna and Bailey, or Anna and Abby. They've played together long enough that they should be able to do that pretty easily. But
actually, Abby does not go to Roosevelt. She goes to Bishop Blanchette, but they do not have a team. So she's been playing with Roosevelt for her whole high school career, right?
Yeah. They have Bishop Blanchette has a mixed team which plays in the winter, but during the spring girls single gender season, she comes to,
That's a really great pickup.
yeah.
Oh!
Bounced it right off her shins. Another opportunity for a hold for Roosevelt.
Stephanie Phillips with the disc breaking through to Anna. We've seen that look a lot. Somehow she's always open. We got Abby Hecko right on the goal line. Whoa.
Oh.
She fell down.
Stephanie spent,
Quick little runny thing there. She didn't do much and she didn't have much space, but she still got open.
Stephanie spent a good amount of the season in a walking boot, unfortunately. It's good to see her healed and playing, but she broke a toe earlier in the season and then wasn't able to play. So a lot of Roosevelt's success was done without one of their key players. So that, I think, if nothing else, that kind of helps them remember sorry, I got distracted here. Looks like we have some questions on the Facebook page.
Ooh. I like questions.
We got answers. Nope, that's not it. Please don't do that. All right. Mary, can, oh. Little update about our friend Devin, who's in the hospital. He's a Franklin player who was hit by a car during the boys' season, and open up Facebook to look at our stream and answer some questions, and I see a picture of him smiling, which is he's been in the hospital for many months now and has been sort of non-responsive. To know that he's responding to the world like that just made my day. All right, Mira, you want to point out anybody in the stands while I get this booted up?
No. I don't want. What?
You don't want this dead air.
We have, looks like a run through D there by Stephanie Phillips, and she instantly sends it to Abby Hecko for, I think, a break in the end zone. Score is now 5-4 Roosevelt, taking a turn.
So it looks like there's some questions here about the second game.
Who's in the other girls' semifinals by Jimmy James. Jimmy James, the other girls' semifinals is Nathan Hale versus Ingram, who,
The Jimmy James, I'm not going to give up his real name, but he used to be the coach of Hale back in the day, so I know that that's near and dear to his heart. What's up, James? Hope all is well. What's up, Mark? Looks like Mark is watching. Why is he not here?
Why is he calling you Papa Jude?
I've known Mark a long time. Is the feed live? It is live. Looks like Trell. What's up, Trell? Why are you not here? Should be here supporting the Lady Quakes. All right, so we're back to even. It's like starting at 0. Roosevelt with that break evens up the game. They take it. It's 5-4 right now. And I'm sure they're feeling a lot better about the way the game's going now. Sam Terry just walked in. Now it's getting lit. can get our camera to show Sam Terry just for a second.
No, they're about
No.
to pull.
It's a nice pull. A daring catch.
I tried at Spring Jam to catch a trailing edge. Catch it. I was just joking. Oh, I must stop talking.
Oh, you can do that.
Amy
A
sending
great-
it to, still there.
Oh!
Oh, bounced right off the hands of Nikki Abale. Unfortunate, but that was a really nice put by, I think, was that Amy?
That was Amy. Shooter's got to shoot. Amy Nguyen.
First it was Deed, a really nice really nice job getting up there. But
Yeah, I think Hazel might have had a hand on it too, but they went into a crowd. Maybe not quite the throw that Amy was hoping for.
instantly
almost
sending
worked
it,
out.
sending it down to, well, I think that was to Aria Kishner, but unfortunately it was a little bit of an overshot. So Franklin's gonna get it back.
But with the full 70 in front of them to go, so not a bad punt. I'm sure they would have liked to convert on that hold opportunity, but it does put Franklin with a lot of green in front of him. Into that side stack. Glichet finds Hazel, who's shooting. Comes up a little short with a
nice
great
grab.
read, though.
That's Giselle. You've seen a lot of great plays from her this game so far. Back to Amy. You're going to see her handling a lot. Got PX.
PX pointing with the hero
sending
shot.
It. We have Leger.
Glichet finding.
Osea. Down to Hazel Ostrowski near the line, but nice grab there. They have great patience by Glichet there.
Yeah, even as the stall count got up there, she just waited for the shot that she wanted. And a lot of confidence in her cutters. She knows that somebody's going to get there and open that up.
Craig R. Tice is asking where and when is the Nathan Hale versus Ingram game. That's right after this one at what time?
7:30.
It's 7:30. That will be live streamed too. Or you could come to it. We're at the Ingram High School Stadium
in Seattle, Washington. Beautiful night for Ultimate. Let's see, any more questions?
Any questions?
So I thought that that was an amazing read by Giselle. Really, I think that disc went a little shorter than the thrower intended, and she came back under directly, under pressure. Great focus to pick that disc up.
Her defender was right there, and she kind of just went around him and swooped down low to get that disc.
Do you want to share your dropped pull?
Okay. So somebody pulled it at Spring Jam, which is the elementary version of basically Spring Rain, and the pull came down, and I could have caught it before, but I was just joking around. I was like, I'm going to catch this trailing edge pull. And I actually touched it, and so we turned it over right at the end zone because I tried to catch it, and that was no good.
Well,
and then all my teammates were really mad at me, and I don't know why. It's just a game. It's fun.
Yeah, Frisbee is fun. If you take nothing away from this broadcast, remember that. Words of wisdom. Frisbee's fun.
So it's tied up right now. It's 5-5. Games to 13. It says it's all on your screen, so I bet you already know that.
Pull from Nika. Abby's picking it up. Abby Hecko.
See that junkie zone thing there by Franklin again? You're going to see that a lot tonight, especially since, like Jude said before, it's a little gusty down there. Looks less windy now, but probably still.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I think the wind has died down a little bit, but I know that Franklin's very comfortable in this zone set, so it would take a lot to get them to switch into a person. Especially with Kennedy right there in the middle. She's got a very wide wingspan. She's very active with her feet, so she makes it really difficult to throw through the middle.
You see that throw from, I think that was Bailey. Did Bailey throw that? Again to Anna Gaddu. Oh, I couldn't see what just happened. What happened?
Lauren Nguyen with a little defense from the outside set of the cup.
We see a stack starting, and Drea streaking deep. She's so fast, and she's gonna get that, I think. Yes, right near the goal line. And Glage, is that Glage?
No, that's Lauren Nguyen.
Lauren streaking into the end zone. I don't know where her person was, but she was way in front, and she got it. So now the score is 6-5. Was that a break? Or
That was a break, yeah.
Nice.
Lauren with the bookends, I guess. She got the D and then caught the goal. You're right in that they are looking to hit Drea deep early when those when they get the disc, when they get the turnover. Drea is not afraid to streak deep. There's Matty Lou in the stands, fresh off of his appearance as a freshman at Washington, University of Washington. They were fresh off his appearance at Nationals.
Hello.
Former Garfield High School product.
Yeah. You should watch Garfield at the high school nationals next week, where my brother's playing and a lot of local athletes. So
Yeah,
that
I know.
will be streamed, so you will see that. Unfortunately, I won't be there.
You get to be at home watching on TV.
It's not as fun.
I know that the boys teams representing Seattle at the National High School Invite are Ingram, Nathan Hale, and Garfield. I don't know what girls teams are going. I think maybe the Nathan Hale girls are going, but I don't know if anybody else is.
All right, so we got Nika Abale pulling again for Franklin.
Stephanie Phillip picks it up.
Sends it to Abby, back to Bailey. You're gonna see this handler core a lot.
They're content to work it around the cup and then find those upfield throws on the edges.
Roosevelt knows exactly which throws to take, and you're going to see them a lot working those throws back and forth and then getting throws like those where they see somebody that Franklin, feel like that was a foul. Maybe
well,
not.
No call.
Interesting.
Two competitors there that I think they are going to sort of let themselves define the game, playing a little more physically.
Mm-hmm.
I like to see that.
Dion Tukade with the disc. Aria Kishner on the mark. Nice
great
D there by Stephanie Phillips. She's great on offense and defense. They're working it really well right now.
Abby Hecko finding essentially an unmarked Bailey Shigley in the end zone.
Why would you do that?
Well, I don't think that was an intentional defensive strategy. All right, well, they seem to be playing with a little more confidence. They're connecting a little more easily on those. I guess those easy throws are being completed with a higher rate of success now. So I think it's official. Roosevelt has settled down, and we got ourselves a game.
Yeah, I feel like this game is going to be close the whole time. We've seen Franklin get a break and Roosevelt come back. So I feel like we're going to see that chasing a lot.
Yeah, I think these are both teams that that just love frisbee. So they're in it. They're gonna compete hard. They're not gonna back down, and they're gonna play it with sort of enthusiasm and joy.
What's halftime at? 7? Ooh, got 6-6. Halftime's at 7, so they're going to be fighting to take the half.
So we're gonna full. I don't know what the term is all of a sudden. But
What?
we'll be very clear here that Mira, I think, in her wildest dreams, would be able to attend Franklin to play high school ultimate. So she's not without some bias, but I'm hoping that she can just appreciate good ultimate here and not cheer for one team more than the other.
Can you notice anybody that I'm really like Franklin?
Mira's a big fan of the culture of the teams at Franklin. They're incredibly supportive. Not that other teams aren't, but a lot of love for each other at Franklin. Cliche to pick up the disc. Whoops, nope.
Amy.
Amy Nguyen's going to pick up the disc on the sideline. Oh, it landed out?
Ooh.
I could have sworn it landed in. Yeah, okay.
We just got from Kelly Mall that she looked really close at the stream, and apparently it did land in. But, you know, that's okay.
They got it off the line.
Oh, wait, so they did bring it back? Oh,
Yeah,
I wasn't looking. Oh, sending it deep to Drea once again. Perfect floaty throw. You're going to see that so much. Nice. Right over Aria Kishner to get to, who is that? Is it Giselle? Is it Giselle?
It's Giselle's number, but.
Yes, that's Giselle.
Okay.
And so we have from Drea streaking deep and getting it on the end zone line to Giselle to take the half. Franklin taking the half, 7-6.
Awesome. Let's see if we can get somebody in here and get a.
Ooh, I want to do
interview.
it. You stay here. You stay here.
Okay. Mira's going to go round up somebody to interview at halftime. I don't know who it's going to be. She's got a lot of friends in the stand. It's a mystery. Mystery interview. I want to thank you all for joining us. It's kind of the highlight of our season to be able to bring this to so many people. The high quality of our high school ultimate is just it's just a treat to be able to bring it to so many people. If you're interested in supporting Disc Northwest Youth Ultimate, there's a lot of ways you can do it. You can go to discnorthwest.org and click the donate button, and that money goes directly to our youth development fund, which makes it possible for many players to be able to play in our leagues and tournaments that would not otherwise be able to. We give away about $130,000 in financial aid each year to support Youth Ultimate. Some of that money goes to, and that's just in financial aid. We also invest heavily in coaches and coaches' stipends, and we run Frisbee camps all summer, which is a great opportunity for players to get in on Ultimate. We offer financial aid for all of those. All right, we're going to take a quick break while Miro wanders around the stands looking for somebody, and we'll be back momentarily.
Welcome back. It's still halftime, but I have Kayla here to interview. Say hi, Kayla.
Hi.
Kayla had been playing with Franklin this year. How do you think Franklin is playing right now?
I think we're playing pretty confidently. We usually lose a little bit of fire once we turn it over. But I think we've been doing pretty well. Like, we've been pretty patient. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. They seem to be not losing confidence when things like that happen. If you had any piece of advice to them, what would you say?
I think if anything, they need to be patient and not beat themselves up for any mistakes. I know we can beat this team. We've beat them before. Um, we're playing against a really good team. Like, we respect them, but I know that we can beat them.
Yeah. All right. Anything else you want to say? I can't think of any questions.
Support Lady Quakes always. And Roosevelt. They're good too.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Kayla. Welcome back to the girls' semifinals. We have Franklin versus Roosevelt here in a very tight game of states, 7-6. About to end halftime. Roosevelt has their 7 on the line, and we got our cheer from Franklin.
Yeah, it was a great, very well played first half. Not error-free completely, but nice clean offenses, real tight, athletic defenses. It's really a pleasure to watch. I'm honored to be here. My name is Jude Loren. I'm the youth director for Disc Northwest, and I'm here with
Mira SL.
the not youth director for Disc Northwest.
I do a lot of things.
She's, yeah, an important part of our community here. So, summarizing in the first half, we saw Franklin started off with a couple breaks.
And we saw Nika Abale get so many Ds, and actually a play we saw a lot was we saw Drea streaking deep, and a lot of times getting the nice hook there by Amy and cashing in the points.
Yeah, Amy Nguyen for Franklin definitely likes the deep ball, and she's got a couple favorite receivers. I think we've seen her throw deep to Andrea Baroma and Giselle Cadiente.
Definitely.
On the Roosevelt side, there's some names we've said a lot.
Bailey Shigley, Stephanie Phillips, Abby Hecko,
Ada
Who else?
Bowles.
Victoria Gray, Aria Kishner, those people.
Yeah.
We don't want to leave out everybody else, though. They're all playing great. And sending it deep to Hazel with Anna. Oh! So close there by Nika, and Hazel actually looked like she almost had that too.
Yeah, Hazel on Anna Kadu on Gadu on Hazel Ostrowski. That's a good matchup. Both players that play big in the air. Great grab from Bailey. Bailey Shigley looking downfield to Abby Hecko, who finds Anna Gadu.
Oh.
Puts it out to space.
Wow. That was a nice put to space, but Bailey Shigley with a full extension layout grab. That's great.
Yeah, that was. It's got the crowd stoked. I love that throw to the big side of the field, trusting your receiver. It's fantastic play, super athletic play by Bailey. Bailey's a senior. She's off to University of Colorado next year. Be playing for Collie. I'm sure they're looking forward to having that kind of athleticism on the field. Martin Lee says hi. Martin Lee is running our cameras and responding to our Facebook live feed.
No, this is late. This is early.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa. Wait. Is this now? Or is up here now?
This is now.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, we're looking at the comments. If you have any questions, you can post on. You can post on our Facebook
Oh
feed.
my God. Oh my gosh. Sorry.
Mira just spotted a comment on our live feed from Anna Nazaroff. She's very excited. Mira's a big fan.
Oh, okay. Anna Nazaroff is a really big player. Oh, it started.
Okay, come back to. Glage finds PX. They're in that side stack formation again. Isolating Hazel, who finds PX, goes up big for that. PX patiently on the line. Centering to Amy, puts kind of a floater up. Great D by number 13, Shanti Chire. She's a freshman. That's a tough matchup for a freshman there to take on a confident, talented player like Kennedy. Oh, I missed it. Franklin got the disc back somehow. Nope.
Oh,
And Franklin
shoot.
goal. Hazel Ostrowski with the goal. We're looking for some questions here. Tony No.
Where?
See a comment here from Tony No.
Go quick. Yeah, that makes sense.
Purple Haze All-Star playing at Carleton this year. I know he's a big fan of a certain player on Franklin. So Roosevelt earning some break opportunities, but not converting so far in the second half. But they're still holding their heads up. Feel free to add any questions into the conversation. Irene's probably calling down or watching down in California. She's a Franklin alum. More importantly, a Washington Middle School alum. One of my favorite people to ever coach. There's somebody asked a question if there was a place to watch this. If you didn't have Facebook, I think it is available on the Fulcrum Media YouTube page. We can maybe post a link to that. I don't know how to do that. So Roosevelt with the disc. Great focus by Bailey to stay on that. Gligier almost got a hand on it.
Abby with the disc once again, and back to Bailey. Stephanie.
Ada, number 29, she's a senior. She's off to Carleton next year. Nice little high release. Confident catch by Stephanie Phillips. She's going to UW next year. UW Element looking to restock with some talented freshmen. Ooh. Glacier's going to get in there one of these times, I think. She's just reacting very quickly to those.
Stephanie with the disc, back to Bailey.
Bailey just has such a great vision down the field. She's moving the field.
Yikes.
Moving the downfield defenders around with her fakes. Kind of opening some opportunities up for her downfield cutters just with the way she's moving the disc.
I really like how Roosevelt is being patient here. They know that if they just keep resetting that stall, dumping and swinging it, that they're going to be okay. Although this Franklin zone junkie thing here is a really effective play that we've been seeing.
Yeah, and I think it gets a little tougher as they get closer to the end zone because there's less space just on the other side of the cup. So I think Franklin kind of likes to continue it right into the red zone.
Stephanie Phillips with the disc.
They're looking to bring it to one of the sidelines here. Hopefully they're looking to trap it, I think. Whoa.
Whoa. Scoober over to Bailey in the end zone. We don't see that a lot, but it worked.
Bailey just finding that seam on the other side of the cup. Bailey's such a heads-up player. Nice. All right.
Scores 8-8. Was that a break?
No,
I think it was a
that was a
hold.
hold.
Yeah.
I'm not paying very good attention. Just enjoying the excellent play. So we watched, you and I, we watched a lot of the women's college games over the weekend. Mira had a little bit of a fever, so she was stuck on the couch.
Not a little bit of a fever. That was a big fat
She
fever.
had a big fat fever over the weekend. And so it meant that we got to stay home and watch a lot of the college games streamed by Fulcrum Media.
We
Thank
saw
y'all.
a lot of Seattle players there. We had people at Stanford and the reigning champs and champions once again, Dartmouth.
Dartmouth, yes.
We got Jacqueline, who plays on Aria, and went to Lakeside along with Claire Trope and others.
Who's also on Riot this year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that was fun. I'm wondering how does the quality of play here match up, you think, to some of the college level play you saw this weekend?
It looks a lot like it. I see that patience. I just want to share this fact because it blows my mind. On one of the points in the Dartmouth, was that semifinals? Or was that
Yeah.
finals? The Dartmouth semifinals, the Stanford Cup forced them to throw 245 throws.
Yeah.
Back and forth. That was a boring point. And then they didn't even score.
Yeah,
oh,
that was
up
remarkable.
to PX, who looks like she's going to send it deep to Kennedy Harrison right in the end zone. Oh, just a little bit too far. That was a great cut, Kennedy.
Yeah, this is definitely a shooter's got to shoot offense. They love the long ball. The no hesitation there. She grabbed it in the power position and just put it to space. Just a little long. I think that's a hard throw to throw in that part of the field, that far down. When you're throwing a deep throw from, beyond on the short side of the halfway mark, it's kind of tough. You got to throw that with a lot of touch, and she just kind of overthrew it a little bit. That being said, Roosevelt now has 70 yards to go to get the break.
Yeah. Knowing this defense, Franklin here could be able to force a drop or a turnover, but actually Roosevelt's working really well, quickly and fast. That means the same thing.
Quick and fast.
Yes.
Earlier in this point, Bailey just threw a beautiful inside break cross field through the cup.
Franklin's they were in front. Now Franklin is forcing them back down the field, and just maybe they'll get a drop or a D right next to their end zone.
Yeah, they're creating some space behind the disc for them.
Really nice upline to Abby Hecko. She's right on the sideline. Have to swing it around, but Kennedy with that big mark.
Doing a little bit of a kind of a 2-3-2 thing. Two markers. Roosevelt seems to have figured it out.
Working really fast down the field to Abby Hecko in the end zone. Who was the assister?
Shanti.
Shanti.
Shanti Chire with the assist. Shanti, a freshman, getting a lot of touches in this game.
Yeah.
That's great. That signifies lots of potential for the future for Roosevelt. With that, Roosevelt takes the lead, 9-8.
Oh my gosh. This is such a close game.
I think a lot of local high school Ultimate fans were kind of hoping that these two teams would end up on the opposite side of the bracket so we could maybe see them in the finals. That being said, there is so much parity in the girls' high school league here. We have just a tremendous amount of strength. So whatever matchup we end up in the finals, we should have a great game.
Definitely. Make sure you tune in after this for the second girls semifinals. That'll be Nathan Hale versus Ingram, which will also be a great game.
We saw, oh wow, Quinn Nguyen joined. Welcome, Quinn. You should start playing Frisbee again. She was a baller for Washington Middle School back in the day. So Franklin needs a break here to get back into it. We got 20 minutes to hard cap.
If you don't know what hard cap is at one point in the game when the game has been going on for a while and the point, whatever points you're at, you put on 2 points.
No, that's soft cap.
Oh.
This is hard cap. You just end the point, finish the point when the horn goes off for hard cap, and if it's tied, you played one more. If it's not, it's game over. A little throwaway from Franklin there.
Oh,
wow,
nice.
Big bid from Drea.
Great handler defense there by PX. Right on the goal line, and for some reason Anna Gadou was wide open. So that means that Roosevelt's now up 10-8 to Franklin. I'm hoping that Franklin doesn't lose their confidence because they're great players.
Yeah, so that's another break for Roosevelt. Roosevelt's on a little bit of a tear right now. The timing couldn't be worse for Franklin. They started strong and seemed to be kind of loosening up a little bit. But I'm sure that they've been here before. Like I said, all of these teams in our leagues are fairly battle tested, so none of this is new to them. They're going to be ready to refocus and get back in this game. So in our second matchup of the semifinals, we have Ingram and Nathan Hale. Ingram's mixed team won the state championship in our winter league. We run our mixed high school league primarily in the winter. So they have that kind of confidence. Hale's boys team won the state championship in the fall, and they have a kind of a long tradition of success in high school ultimate in the Seattle area. So that should be a great matchup. Ingram is essentially playing a home game. This is the Ingram High School Stadium, but I think that the fans are going to turn out to cheer on both teams. Should be fun. Some Riot players showing up to watch some high-level women's ultimate. Oh, they're here to run track.
Track workout after, I guess.
Nice. All right, rolling pole stop by PX to Amy. Amy looking downfield.
Sending it to Drea again. You're going to see that so much. Oh, looking to Kennedy Harrison. Hopefully she can. Oh, so close. That was almost by Kennedy, and then almost again by, who's that?
Lauren Nguyen.
Lauren Nguyen.
Yeah, they almost, I think Kennedy kind of played a little bit of defense on Lauren there. Unclear on whose job it was to catch that, and then neither of them did.
A cheer starting. That's when I root for the south end.
It's a bunch of Cleveland players primarily cheering for them. Ada with the disc. Looking to reset. Little upline cut from Stephanie Phillips.
Oh,
Looking
right on
down
the
at-
sideline.
Bailey needs to tap that in. She chose not to.
Cheater.
No. Uh-oh. Injury.
Injury.
Injury on the field.
I think the reason Abby was open because
Little contact between the two.
is that?
That's Amy.
Oh no. Amy is one of their star players.
Those two will be playing together at the World Championships this summer. Disc is in, big put.
Oh, nice deep there by just getting in there for Kennedy Hairston. Back to PX, looking over to Nika.
Nika finds Drea. And the rare undercut for Drea.
Back to PX, sending it for Kennedy once again. Maybe she can, oh, looks like a foul. I saw Roosevelt player kind of pushing into her. Not on purpose, I don't think. Roosevelt's a great team.
There's a call here. We'll see how they work it out on the field. Watching the replay.
Yeah.
Kennedy stumbled a little. It's hard to tell whether that was due to the contact. I'm sure they'll find a way to work it out equitably on the field. Two speedsters, Victoria and Kennedy. After a weekend of watching observed play, it's a little, I don't know how to fill the time. The observer would just usually come in and at college ball and tell them how to sort it out. Looks
Yeah.
like they're gonna do a do-over. I love that. Contested foul goes back to PX, I believe. Almost probably no stall count. Oh, Aria got started a little earlier. Around to Nika. Nika
Ooh,
finds Drea.
Over to Drea. And, oh, we see Lauren open, but doesn't get that throw off. And Nika Ibale to the end zone, which is making the score 10-9. Franklin's catching up with 13 minutes and 17 seconds to go.
Drea with great patience there, just waiting for the right cut. And Nika developing that upline cut out of the handler space. Lots of great comments from Mark Munoz. Watching, I know his heart is here, but his body's in California. Munoz is one of the most spirited and exciting young players in high school ultimate in Seattle, and he's a big fan of one of the Franklin players in particular. Morgan, looks like Morgan
Hi.
Higgins is watching too.
That's my big brother.
Morgan is a product of the Garfield Ultimate. We'll take responsibility for Morgan. Morgan's up at Western recovering from a pretty serious knee injury. Can't wait to watch you play again after your recovery. Look for Morgan to burst back onto the college scene in 2020. What would you be telling these teams if you were the Franklin coaches right now?
Like, I don't know. Be telling them, like, we can do this. We're 1 point behind, but we're going to catch up, and yeah.
Yeah.
And I think an important thing is when you're hyping up a team that you don't say, like, yeah, I know we've had all these problems and blah, 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 blah. You want to tell them that you're going to do what you need to do. And it looks like Franklin just got a D, and the South End cheering section's going crazy. Samir.
Wow, what a great D from Drea. PX with the disc now.
Swinging it around to Glacé, that was a nice throw. Back to PX.
Whoa.
Whoa.
2 cutters in the same space.
Over to Kennedy Harrison again.
Pretty patient resets for the Franklin handlers.
Got Amy over to PX, nice grab. Right on the sideline, so I think she's looking for a swing. You got Glacé. Yeah, whoa.
Gets it right back. Looking for Nika in the end zone.
Oh no.
Aria with great position gets the D.
A little low there.
Yeah, Aria is playing great D. That's a tough cover for her. And she converted. So Roosevelt gets the disc back. Opportunity to get the hold here. Stephanie with the disc.
We got that South End cheer going on again. Bailey with the disc and kind of that
That's a
junk
fairly
look.
high stall count,
Straight
but they
up.
throw to a receiver
Oh,
they trust.
great. Good D there by Amy,
Yeah.
and we got it with Nika right on the side, not sideline, goal line. That's what it's called. Back to PX.
We haven't really seen much of their red zone offense because they've been sort of scoring in
Oh,
transition.
wow. Great grab to reel it into the end zone, on, especially with that D. Great D from Aria Kishner. And that was Nika Bali again. Making the score 10-10 with 9 minutes to go. It's
Nika
stressful.
is a two-sport athlete. She plays. She might. I don't know if she's still playing, but she was as a freshman. She was a starting point guard for the Franklin girls basketball team. We watched some of her games. I don't know if she might be completely dedicated to Frisbee at this point, but she can play ball too. Looks like a timeout was called. I'm not sure who called it, probably Roosevelt. Oh. Let's see. Any questions out of here?
I don't think there's any new ones. Is this is new?
Yeah, you're right.
Uh-huh.
Not any questions, but David Zhao, Cleveland's future, commenting in the sidebar. Raymond Chan, where are you, Raymond? Should be out here. The sun's coming out.
All right.
See, this has really been a game of runs, a little back and forth. Great defense by both teams, creating a lot of break opportunities. Pretty good conversion rate. You could do homework in the stands, Raymond. Jalil. No one gave you a ride, huh? You should be right here.
Sheena joined, but she's down there in the stands. That's weird.
All right. It's go time for both teams. Franklin to Pole looking for another opportunity to break. Roosevelt looking for an easy hold. It's a big pull from Nika. Puts it on the sideline. Quick center to Stephanie Phillips. Resets to Ada. Kind of a harrowing mark from Kennedy there. Finds a nice space through the middle of the cup to Abby Hecko. Bailey on the around. Swings it, gets it back.
We saw that junkie look again from
This
Franklin.
is a kind of a two-person cup here.
It's really affecting Roosevelt, but nice streaking there by Bailey. Franklin's really forcing them back towards the end zone.
Yeah, really trying to keep them on that sideline, so they're throwing into very small windows.
Oh, that was a great bid and catch, but I think it's out, unfortunately.
Yeah, we clearly don't have the best perspective, but I saw the tape move, which is never a good sign.
Yeah.
But there's lots of eyes over there, lots of witnesses. I'm sure they'll work something out.
We have a live stream in front of us. It's behind, so we saw
Yeah.
that, and I'm pretty sure it's out. Unfortunately, that was an amazing grab.
Yeah, great presence of mind to focus on
Really
trying to keep her
running-
toe in.
They're really running the clock right now. There's 4 minutes.
Yeah, I'm not
It's
sure.
Scary.
Building drama.
I don't like it.
There were some moments, some double game point moments during college finals or college playoffs where Mira had to hide under a blanket because she couldn't stand the drama, the tension. There's no blanket here. You have to pay attention. Sorry.
I don't want to. Last year.
Looks like they're going back to the thrower. Laura Nguyen D's it with her back accidentally. It's hard. It's a hard cap. So I think Roosevelt got a break there. Oh, what a
great
catch by
grab,
Abby.
Oh, she.
Maybe a stall? Might be a contested stall. I know the stall count had to be getting up there. Wow.
That's a lot of people.
Not 93 people watching. That's awesome. This game will be available in an edited version with some replays in it. Another great catch. There'll be an edited, condensed version of this available on our YouTube page eventually. Slow motion replay and all of that. So off to the races with Abby. Resets to Bailey. Finding that space. So off to the races with Abby. Resets to Bailey. Finding that space inside the cup, but close to the sideline.
Great mark, Kennedy.
Run out of space pretty quickly there.
Franklin's really forcing them to make those throws back and forth right now.
Sideline.
Great mark, Kennedy.
Run out of space pretty quickly there.
Franklin's really forcing them to make those throws back and forth right now.
That's a nice find through there to Anna.
Back to Abby.
Swings it all the way over. Ada with it. Anna, they're losing some distance, but they're keeping Anna.
Back to Abby.
Swings it all the way over. Ada with it. Anna, they're losing some distance, but they're keeping it in the middle of the field, which is not what the defense wants. Defense is happier when they're having them trapped on the sideline.
Whoa.
Nice around. Whoa. Good read from Anna.
Oh.
Drea with the D. Not what the defense wants. Defense is happier when they're having them trapped on the sideline.
Whoa.
Nice around. Whoa. Good read from Anna.
Oh.
Drea with the D. Crowd's going wild. PX to pick it up. Hazel on the sideline, centering to Amy.
Oh, no.
Dear. Cloget with the drop.
Pressure.
And a timeout called with a minute 37.
Does this
I
count
am
as
not-
game point?
Well, depends on when the horn is going to go.
In 1 minute?
Yep. So, yeah, this will probably turn this into double game point. I'm not sure that giving that Franklin defense an opportunity to rest was the best idea, but
Yeah, maybe not.
Looks like we have a track team coming onto the track,
You can't be here.
but
Leave.
see what that's all about. We actually have the stadium booked, so we'll figure out what to do about that. So yeah, that timeout call effectively puts us into the hard cap, and whoever
Pew,
scores this
pew.
is on to the state finals. State finals are held on Saturday at, I think, 5:30 in Tukwila. Should be a great matchup. We'll be live streaming. I hope you'll join us either in the stadium or online. The best of the best in Girls High School Ultimate. Battle it out for Washington State finals. Let's see if Franklin changes anything up on their defense. Give them a slightly different look.
I don't want to watch.
Well, you have to.
I know.
So Amy on the mark. Ow. And Stephanie to pick up. Finds Ada. Back to Stephanie.
Whoa.
Oh, right over Kennedy's hands to Drea. Oh.
Nice, layout. I don't know.
Yeah,
Big,
that was
grabby D by Drea. That was really nice.
a lot of contact, but I think it was all just effort, not intention. PX with the disc, finds Kennedy. Oh dear, Kennedy with the drop, slightly high throw. Kennedy puts on the mark right away. Stephanie has the disc, finds Ada. The cap is now. This is it, yep. Sorry, one of the Franklin coaches just checking to see if she knew what the stakes were. Let's see, who has a disc? Bailey with the disc.
Back to
Ada. I wonder if the sun is kind of a factor here.
yeah, they look kind of squinty down there.
Yeah. High
Whoa.
throw. She is
Out.
out of bounds. Wow, that's a spirited call. Franklin with the disc on the sideline, but in the red zone.
We have PX picking it up.
PX picks
Good
it up,
decision.
calls a timeout.
Oh. No clock to be running right now.
Yeah,
but
cap does not affect the call. Does not affect the timeout. So I think all the players and coaches realize how important this moment is, and
I'm sure in
what's
that
at stake?
huddle, they're talking about what they're gonna do, but not only what they're gonna do is they can do it.
yeah, I think you're right. I think there's going to
And
be
in Roosevelt's huddle, I think they're talking about how they need to put on that pressure, and they know how to put on that pressure.
Yeah, I think Roosevelt's been here all season long. You and I watched a couple games of theirs that went to double game point. So they've been here. They know that they have the ability to pull it out. They also know that they own the season record over Franklin. So I'm sure that they're pretty confident that they still have the opportunity to pull this game off. Franklin, on the other hand, they're going to be able to lean on their experience.
Hi, Ben.
All right, out of the huddle.
Here we go.
It really doesn't get any better than this.
Oh my God. No.
They're sorting it out. Offense is going to set up their stack the way they want to, and then defense will get to set up and call the disc in and go from there. I have a suspicion on what's been called,
Me too.
but I guess we'll find out here.
Yes, we will.
The disc is in. PX finds Drea. Oh, great D from, I'm not sure if she got a hand on it, but her presence certainly disrupted that catch. Bounced out of Drea's hands.
Drea's got to know that that's okay. She can get that D back for her team.
Oh,
So
That was
close
so
there by
close.
Kennedy, and we're back and forth with Bailey, looking upfield, wanting to.
she's looking downfield. Fine. Oh,
That's
Mika.
Abby. Sorry.
That is in. She manages to toe that line, find that in.
I don't think she even noticed how close to the sideline she is.
She knows now.
Yes.
Oh, finds Ada on the up line. In the red zone, the pressure's on. They have it in the hands of a player they trust. That was down. She did have the open cut, found the inside break, but
This
turfed
is
it.
crazy. Oh my God. Kelly Moss says, oh my God.
PX with the
Suspenseful.
disc. Finds Nika casually in the middle.
They just got to keep working it down the field. If I were
To
them,
Amy, I think I know what Amy wants. Yep. Drea and Hazel, two players that love to go in the air. And she brings it down in the end zone for the win. Wow, you could not ask for more drama than that.
That is you're going to be your finalist. Franklin, 11-10 over Roosevelt. Great game, Roosevelt, and great grab, Drea. Pulling it down in the end zone, and that's the end. But both of the teams played amazing. So.
It's the end of a
Happy.
really successful season for Roosevelt. They have to be proud of what they've accomplished this year. Traveling, winning the Nequan knockout, winning the Metro Finals just last week against Franklin, winning the Seattle Invite. They had an incredibly successful season. I'm sure that they wanted to have the opportunity to play in the finals, but I hope that they can reflect positively on their season, because it's a sort of a historic season for an amazing program.
All right, so I'm Mira with Jude, and you should tune in or come to the next semifinals game, which is Ingram versus Hale at 7:30. So tune in. See you later.